What the baby? What the baby? Fuck the baby. Fuck the baby. Give you the Bacardi. I'm ready to say fuck the motherfucker. Ready to beat the motherfucking baby the fuck up. You sound like a nigga.
Hey, Shalom, brother. Shalom. This is Brother Howard of GMS Toronto coming back with another one. And this is why Elder Apostle Tahar says what he says about the hyenas, about our women. Our women are gone, right? They're not our women. And we've been telling brothers that for a very long time. Now, obviously, she doesn't represent all our women, but the majority of our women, right, is a representation of the 2/3. And 2/3 of our people, men and women, are going to be destroyed. So yes, the majority of our women are gone, are destroyed, right? So whenever we say stay away from the hyena, right, or stay away from the N-dub, right, stay away from the B-dub, we mean it, man, right? We mean it, because they hate themselves. They hate you, and they hate themselves. What they see in the mirror, they don't like, right? That's why they dress up the way they do. That's why their hair is done the way it's done. That's why they wear the blonde wig, the blonde weave, and that's why they wear the eyelashes the way they do. That's why they wear the contact lenses with the different color eyes. They don't do it as much as they used to. They used to do the different color contact eyes a lot, right? But oh man, our people are completely gone. And the punishment is not just to you men, but to your children, because you continue to impregnate these women. You're impregnating these women, and then they have this mindset, and then who's suffering? The baby is suffering. The children are suffering. Our community is suffering because it's the woman that's raising these babies. Now this is Micah chapter 7 verse 10, and it reads, "Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her." And what is she going to see? She's going to see the deliverance of the 144,000, and she's going to see the deliverance of the 1/3. And those are just going to be so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. She's going to see the deliverance of men that she hated, men that she despised, men that she had ill will and ill intention to. She's going to see men be delivered who she probably aborted one of their babies. And she's going to see these men be delivered. And guess what? Shame's going to cover her. Shame's going to cover her during the time of Jacob's trouble as well, which we're in the time of Jacob's trouble. When this economic system collapsed, which I think that it could collapse this month. To be honest, I think they could push the collapse this month or going into May. Something epic and something infamous is going to happen, man, which is going to go down in human history, right? Just like C-19 went down in human history, something a major is going to go down as well, okay? So it says, "Then she that is mine enemy," right? Because our women are our enemies. The woman, every woman is a weapon, or can be used as a weapon, because you have to remember what the woman is used for. She's used for bringing forth life, right? So since you as the man, you need the woman, right? She's not a want, she's a need, because you need her, right? You have to impregnate her, right? You put that life, you put that seed inside of her. She can then corrupt your child, right? She could corrupt the seed, which our women are doing. That's the power of the woman. And she can also corrupt herself. Our women have our community in such disarray because of all the confusion, because of the lack of control, because of the lack of knowing who she is, right? She's literally, really and truly, she's working for the enemy, right? She's doing the job of the so-called white man, right? Who's the biblical Edomite, right? The enemies to the Israelites. right? So it says, shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Right? Because that's what these women are looking for. They're looking for you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to show them that you actually have power. And that's why our women, that's why our people are so afraid of this truth, because they are finally starting to see you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans come together. And we're coming together under the banner of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, under the banner of being Israelites. And that's why these other Israelite groups like IUIC, ISUPK, Sakari, these groups that are bringing dissension and bringing distraction and bringing disorder, right? They're so vital for this society, and they're so vital for the Caucasian, because they're trying to dismantle what Yahweh Shai is building up, right? Like it says, the house of David spiritually is being built up, and these guys carnally are trying to tear it down. Okay? It says, behold, no, it says, my eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You women, because you're living deliciously right now, because you are empowered right now, you don't even know that you're in the time of your downtrodden. You don't even know that you're in the time of your end. Just like your Caucasian counterpart, just like this white man, he's living in the time of his end, but he thinks that he's living in the time of his blessing, because he really thinks that his enterprise, which is this digital system, which he's planning to microchip the whole entire world, right, under his beast system, he actually thinks that's going to come to fruition, not knowing that he's living in the time of his end. He's living in the time of his downfall. And it's the same thing for you women. You women think that you have time, like you've just arrived, right? Just like that movement, which I'm going to make a lesson on that low life, Tracy Ellis Ross, whatever her name is. Right, she was in that show. My girlfriend, she just did a interview with Barack Obama's husband. No, I'm sorry, Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, and some next bald head guy. I don't know who that guy is, but yeah, I'm gonna break that that whole interview down. But these women, through their different empowerments, the woman movement, feminism. Then they had what's that one with that bald head bitch? Oh my gosh, Slut Walk. I can't remember that light skinned girl's name. Kanye West used to date her, but they had Slut Walk, and then through Tracy Ellis Ross, they had Time's Up. I think she was one of the co-founders of Time's Up, right? So these women have been empowered through these different movements, not understanding those movements were literally meant to dismantle the fabric of society, which is order, right? All these women empowerment movements are just destroying what was set up throughout the history of man to instill order, right? That's it. So women are used as agents of chaos. That's all that they are. They're just agents of chaos. They just bring chaos in society. And if women are continuing, if they continue down this path, which they will, they can't help themselves, right? They're going to find that when society implodes, right? When this society crashes, no one is going to come to their aid, right? Everyone's going to be looking for you, because they're going to be like, yo, where's Miss America? Where's Spider-Woman, right? Where's all these strong, independent women that has been portrayed on TV, movies? Like when you go into Black Panther, and then you have the warrior class, those women that were the warriors. Well, guess what? When society implodes, we're gonna be looking for you, bald head bitches. You bald head bitches with spears. Oh man.
What the baby? What the baby? Fuck the baby. Fuck the baby.
Hey, and these women, right, as you see, they're drinking alcohol straight, right? No chaser, right? Guess what? That baby was being abused from the baby was in the from the baby was in the womb, right? And they did a study and they said the most dangerous place for a black man is in the womb of a black woman, right? Is in the womb of a black woman, and we're watching it on display. And it's so funny because one of the jobs of the angels is to document everything. Well, these people, right, are making the jobs of the angels easy because they're documenting their wickedness and their sins on their own, and they don't even know that these documentations or these vlogs are going to be used, or these TikToks or these Instagrams or these social media posts are going to be used in the day of judgment. In the day of judgment, these things are going to all be used as evidence against you for your crimes against humanity, not just for the so-called Caucasian, but for everybody that has ever done wickedness, man. And this is a crime against humanity, right? You are destroying a baby, right? Which is in the form of a fetus right now, meaning that the baby can't even help itself, right? This is complete wickedness, man. But guess what? This is the so-called black woman. That's why the elder apostle Tahar says, stay away from these hyenas, man. And every day he's making videos like this because the so-called black woman is exposing her fucking self, being the degenerate that she is.
Give you the Bacardi. Ready to say fuck the motherfucker. Ready to beat the motherfucker. Ready to fuck up.
Right? She's said she's ready to beat the baby up. All right? This is the mindset. This is the mind of our women. And these are young women, right? So you already know that this generation, we can't, for you people that want to see us in this society for another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 years, you guys are insane. You're insane. Like the scripture says. Now, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 22, and it reads, and except those days should be shortened, there should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, right, the 144,000 and the 1/3, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Those days will be shortened, right? The days are going to be shortened. That's why things are moving fast, right? I just made a video on this guy, Pope Francis, that died at the age of 88. That is a spiritual sign. That number 88 is a spiritual sign. So we're in the time of something major is going to happen. Something major is going to happen, and you people are not going to be ready. You're going to be caught off guard like you were caught off guard with C-19. C-19 caught you guys, you people, off guard. And this economic collapse, this financial crisis is going to catch you people off guard as well. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 19, and it reads, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman, right? You people don't know who you're playing with. When you're playing with a woman, the reason why men are supposed to have power over women is because there's nothing like a woman, right? When a woman is given power, that's one of the worst things that you can do for a society. Every society that's ever empowered women has been destroyed. Every society that has ever empowered women has been destroyed, because the worst thing that you can do is empower women. And I don't mean disrespect women or abuse women, right? Because women are a commodity. They are supposed to be respected, right? Women are amazing, right? I love women, so I'm not saying women are not supposed to be respected, but women are not supposed to be empowered over men, right? And it reads, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. And that can only happen when women are empowered and men cannot put women back in their place, right? Because what this lady is doing is beyond wicked, right? She is partying, celebrating the death of her own seed, right? That's insane, right? You have to remember, as a woman, you're supposed to be bonded to your seed, to that child, which lets us know that our women are so disconnected from their true selves, their true nature as women, that it's it can't be repaired, right? That's why 2/3 of our people are going to be destroyed, right? It says, let the portion of a sinner fall upon her, right? And what does sin lead to? Death, right? Death and destruction. So our women are going to be deleted and they're going to be destroyed because, right, they're sinners, right? That's what the scripture says. Now, this is Ecclesiasticus back into chapter 25. This is verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And the reason why is because Adam followed the woman, right? She was the beginning of sin. That's why you as a man, you're not supposed to follow a woman, and a woman is not supposed to be exalted, because when men follow women, women are going to lead you to sin. They're going to lead you to wickedness. They cannot help it, right? Women need to be instructed, right? And for you, why would God do that type of people? Because this is judgment, right? This is also judgment. It's judgment upon that baby as well. That baby who's coming back in the spirit, right? Who was slated to come back in the flesh after 9 months, is being judged, right? By being born or being implanted into this woman, right? Imagine she did bring forth this child after 9 months. My gosh, my gosh, my gosh, man. Sometimes terrible things happen to protect you as well. Because imagine being imagine being the child of this woman.
What the baby? What the baby? What the baby? What the baby?
And imagine having a friend like that. Like, that's her friend, right? That's why you got you guys got to be careful who you're impregnated, man. Like, you guys are laying with these women unprotected. These women have diseases. These women have husbands. These women have boyfriends, which a boyfriend is a husband. Everything a woman has is a representation of a husband. From a woman loses her virginity, that's her husband, right? A lot of you guys are, you say, oh, unless a guy puts a ring on it, she's not married. Right? You guys try to justify your wickedness or justify your adultery. From a woman is laying with a man, that's her man. That is her man. Right? No, a man doesn't have to put a ring of Saturn, right, which is a pagan ritual, on the woman. Right? A man does not have to put a ring of Saturn on the woman, which is a pagan ritual, on a woman, for a woman to be married in the eyes of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. A woman is married in the eyes of God as soon as she lays with a man, as soon as she loses her virginity. And I know that scares the majority of you women, because you don't even remember the first nigga you laid with. You don't even remember the first man you were with. I know. I'm sorry. right? You women, if you've laid, you've fucked, you've sucked, right? You've performed all manners of wickedness with different people, and now in this time, you women are laying with women as well. You women are laying with animals because the majority of these women have dogs in their houses, right? And these dogs are doing all manners. This is the listen, man. Hey, a lot of you people, you don't like GMS. You know why you don't like GMS? Because GMS, we keep it real. We keep it real and we keep it funky. We're not like the Catholic Church that pretends and pushes forth this false identity when they're doing all this manners of wickedness behind closed doors. No, we talk the truth because we know that we're living in Babylon. Right? This is Babylon. Right? This is Babylon. This is Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? This is modern day Egypt. Right? So all types of matters of wickedness is happening in this sinful kingdom, man. Right? But stay away from these hyenas, man. So with that, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. I like to say double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth, only the 144,000, only the elect, right? Only the 1/3. Shalom. Till next time, Kwam Yasharala and Bod Babal.